Thank you, Kivas. Well, that introduction literally brought my daughter to tears. I'm very honored to be in the company of the other award recipients, Max, Mitch, Matt, and Andrew, as well as the many past recipients who are here today. I'm indebted to many people, to my dean, Chris Edley, who has made it possible to do everything I've wanted to do at Bolt, to my colleague, Jesse Choper, who's here today, a past recipient of this award and an incredible mentor to me over the many years that we've discussed and had conversations about constitutional law. To Steve Sugarman, who's also here today, who likewise has been an important mentor to me in my time at Bolt on all fronts. I think between Jesse and Steve, those are the two people, in addition to my wife, who I can safely say have read everything in my file. To Susan Whitman and Leonor Clelo, who made the effort to nominate me for this award and put together all the information. And to the many busy people who wrote letters, including my fabulous students, Greta Hansen, Melanie Kay, Valerie Blair, Vina Ha, Mark Peloton, Aaron Pulaski, Keith Hyatt, Nicole Rees, Sarah Ruby, and Benita Brombat. I'd also like to thank my wife, who's there with my daughter. In addition to the parenting duties, she has endured many of the midnight class preps and the mood swings that Matt referred to. She's watched me teach to help me improve, and most importantly, she makes sure I look presentable every day. Some days are kind of iffy. And I also want to recognize my parents who are here. They drove down from Sacramento to be here. And finally, my 2-year-old daughter, Violet, is here, which is significant because, if you want to know a secret, half the reason I get high marks on my teaching is that I occasionally show her baby pictures to my class. I want to say just two things. First, to my students, nothing is more meaningful about this award than what it says about all of you. One of the reasons I came to Bolt was the students. There are law schools where the students have a reputation for being competitive or uncooperative or cutthroat, but never, ever have I heard those words used to describe the students at Bolt Hall. Instead, you are generous, you are gracious, you are genuinely interested in building a community. And I can't tell you what a difference that makes to the efficacy and enjoyment of teaching and learning. I'm a firm believer that much of the learning that happens in a law school does not happen in the classroom. It happens in the hallway conversations right after class. It happens at lunchtime and during the passing periods. It happens in your study groups and your late night cram sessions. So the only thing I enjoy more than teaching you is to watch you teach yourselves. Bolt students are also unusually generous, not only to each other, but also to the faculty. Our teaching evaluations ask students to provide written comments and then to rate each course on a 7-point scale, with 7 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. Well, to illustrate why I say that Bolt students are unusually generous, let me read you some comments from a recent course, with each one followed by the student's 7-point rating. First one, quote, "Not clear what we're supposed to take away from the course, 7. Next one, instructor has type A personality, 7. Class was too theoretical and professor tended to hide the ball, 6. Textbook is worthless, 6. Class discussions were dismal, 6. No clue how to prepare for the exam, 7. You see what I mean? That's why it is such a pleasure to teach at Bolt Hall. The other thing I want to say is this. The university says on its website that, quote, "The Distinguished Teaching Award is intended to encourage and recognize individual excellence in teaching." Well, I'm happy to be recognized for individual excellence, but I truly believe that in our line of work, excellence is not simply a quality that inheres in individuals. It is an aspect of institutional culture. It is something shared by the members of a community. And so like good scholarship, it is hard to know what good teaching is without seeing it done by other people or without being in a place that really values it. I'm lucky, I feel very lucky, to serve on a faculty with a lot of excellent teachers, and that's an important reason for whatever success I've had. So this award recognizes individual excellence, but it also recognizes a culture of excellence. And I'm very proud to be part of the law school and this university, and I accept this award with great admiration for my students and colleagues and for the culture of excellence we create together. Thank you.